Do you like true crime? Do you like makeup? Do you like watching people talk about true crime stories and do their makeup simultaneously? Well, lucky for you, you have come to the right place. The second, or maybe third right place. I literally just put these glasses on because I think they look cool, and I just want to try to make people laugh. But other than that, what's up, guys? Welcome to my channel. I am Julia, aka Judo on the Beat, and might I just say, you are absolutely gorgeous. And I know. It looks like I'm literally staring off into a different direction, but honestly, it's my first time on YouTube, so give me a break. But I just want to say, you are beautiful, and I'm so glad that you clicked on this video. So, and also, it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, and it's literally afternoon already, and I'm just glad to be here. Yeah, so, as I have already shown from my very mediocre opening, and also from the title of this video, I will be talking about a true crime story while doing my makeup. And I'm telling you, it's very hot in here because of this light, so I have a fan on. It's only on low, so that way you guys can hear me well. I also have some water to help hold my notebook in where I have the story written down. Because I'm telling you, I cannot remember things very well unless I have them written down. I need to rearrange this camera. Okay, there we go. So, yeah, got my water. So, first sip of the video. Refreshing. And, just so you guys know, before I start this video, I just put on primer and also did my brows. So that way I hopefully don't waste time from talking to the story and also from blending out my foundation. Because I spend a lot of time just trying to blend in my foundation. So, hope you guys enjoy the video. If you haven't already, I'd say go to the bathroom, grab a snack, grab a drink, and then come back because this video may be kind of long. So, let's get right into the video. I know, I'm a weirdo. So I like I said, I did my primer and brows. I used the e.l.f. matte primer. This stuff was from Old Navy, and I'm telling you, Old Navy is the best clothing place. Like right next to another store I go to. And I also used my NYX Professional Makeup Micro Brow Pencil in the shade Cool Ash Brown. Cool Ash Brown just sounds like hash brown. I know. I'm a weirdo. So yeah, I already did those, and now I'm just going to go into my e.l.f. Halo Glow Liquid Filter Foundation. And this stuff is really good. It has literally a built-in applicator, and it's just so good. And it's in the shade of Fair. I am pretty fair. I never tan because I'm not an outdoor person, okay? So don't judge me. I'm just gonna put dots all over my face and then just blend it in with my beauty blender, my marble beauty blender. Look how cool this thing is. Thanks to my sister for getting that for me. Yes, my sister got it for me. She's older than me. She's older than me. She doesn't live in the house anymore. 1 second. Yeah, my sister does not live with us anymore. She now lives in a different state with her loving boyfriend, which I hope will be her future which is pretty much her future husband, I hope. Who knows what will happen. But yeah. Yeah, she is literally the best sister I've ever had. I'm not saying many names because I keep things confidential, but today we are talking about in this case, was literally back in 2013. So definitely way before COVID struck, and also probably back before like iPhones and like Motorola's, which is what I'm filming on right now, were even made. So yeah, those were those good times, I guess. Those good times because COVID was not a thing yet. Oh, God. I'm a dork. But you know what? We're all dorks in our own way, so what are we going to do about that? And also, that just makes the world a happy place. We're all unique in our own way, and You don't have the right to judge people about it. Yes, I put foundation on my ears because it just ties the whole face together, quite frankly. I don't know if you guys can hear the sounds that my blender is making, but honestly, I am not complaining. It's a nice sound. Yeah, I'm also gonna put some foundation onto my neck, maybe some more on my face, but I don't know yet. I barely know what I'm gonna do until I get to my eyeshadow. And please ignore these spots on my neck, okay? Okay, just ignore them. I was about to say, like, a bunch of info that no one needs to know. Especially not yet, because I'm just starting on YouTube. Yes, so, I'm also gonna put some on the back of my hand, because I'm gonna clean up my, eyebrows, and then, like, slightly prime my eyes a bit. Like, a little bit. So before I do that, just need to blend out my foundation onto my neck. I know, it's very weird that I'm not telling the story yet, and I just started with my makeup. I know, it's weird, but I'm not good at managing things so well. I kid you not, I tried filming this video just yesterday, and honestly, when I was done finishing my story, I wasn't even done with my makeup at all. And I, like, gave up. So, good thing I just practiced, like, it's a good thing I got some practice today so I could be ready this time. And just so you know, I literally spend a long time just blending out my foundation. If I haven't said so already, if anything I say is just repetitive, please don't judge me, because honestly, sometimes it's just best to let people know, regardless of how annoying it gets. Oh my god. Okay, so far foundation's looking good. I know I look pretty greasy, and that's because I have oily skin, and that's why I need matte primer. I mean, at least in the summertime. In the summer, I get a little more oily, whereas in the winter, I get more dry. Which is pretty common for most skin types. Not gonna lie. So, first, sit down, just gonna clean up my brows. One moment. I know this looks like a full-on makeup tutorial, but I promise you, it is a true crime story while I do my makeup. I promise you guys. I cross my heart, hope to die, while not actually dying soon. Not yet, because I still got a life ahead of me. Oh, for God's sake. Wait, one moment. This is how I clean up my brows. I learned this little technique from my favorite YouTuber that I watch. She's a green plus black-haired female with a sick body, because, I mean, she's skinty, she has curves, I mean, I love her. She also just worked hard to make herself okay, I don't know what the hell I'm saying, to be honest. Okay, little heads up, I'm not really good at talking while doing makeup. I'm really not. Like, talking so much while doing makeup. Okay, yeah, can't prime my lids with the foundation. I did not put enough on. So I'm just gonna do around my problem areas, and okay, so yeah, I'll try. Yeah, but after like maybe a couple videos, I probably will have it down. I don't know how long it'll take for me to upload another video, but all I'm just gonna say is that it's because I get pretty busy, so please don't expect much. Much yet. Okay, so I'm just gonna prime my eyes really quick with my NYX Can't Stop, Won't Stop Contour Concealer. And this stuff is really good. In fact, if you don't have an eye primer, use concealer as a primer, especially because they're way more hydrating than a primer. I've tried it before, and it definitely works. So let me just, I think I had like a copious amount on my eyelids, but you know what, we're gonna go with it. Sometimes you have to go with the flow. I feel like that's definitely a classic phrase, and not like overused. Like one of those pickup lines you can say to someone to try to raise them up. One that I feel like is very overused would be, are you from Tennessee? Because you're the only 10 I see. I know you couldn't see because my foundation's in the way. Damn it. Oh god. I just got concealer on my mirror. Oh god. Yeah, I'm definitely cleaning all of this after this video. Or at least after I edit this video. So, there we go. Just gonna put some over here and right on top of here. Okay, so I think I'll be done with this now. Now, I'll put more of this on later after my eyeshadow, so I'm gonna wet this up and then just wipe it off on a little napkin. Okay, so now, yes, now I do this. I know, this video is getting pretty boring right now, but I promise you it will get more entertaining. So, now, on to today's story. Today's story is about the disturbing and very confusing disappearance of Elisa Lam. Yeah, you heard me right. We're talking about Elisa Lam. It's literally been like 11 years since this case. Since people have... Why am I so bad at talking? Yeah, it's literally been 11 years since this case. And honestly, justice has not been served. And if any of you have been living under a rock and you don't know this story, just know, I will give you a heads up, justice was not served at all. And you're about to find out why. So you're probably wondering, huh? Who is Elisa Lam? Well, let me tell you this. She was a 21-year-old Canadian who went missing when she stayed at the infamous, somewhat infamous, Cecil Hotel. Oh, and if you don't know who the Cecil Hotel is, I mean, it's a very haunted hotel with a long history of just bad things that have happened. But first off, I need to set the concealer on my eyelids so that way my eyeshadow does not crease. I don't know what eyeshadow I'm going to do, but I know I'm just going to start out with the Coralista blush from Benefit, and this stuff smells so good. I'm not kidding. So like I said about Elisa, she was a 21-year-old Canadian who went missing when she stayed at the Cecil Hotel, and then 20 days later, she was found on the roof of her hotel floating in one of the 4 water tanks they have on the top of the 15th floor. It's a 15th floor building, so basically she was just on the roof in one of the water tanks. Thanks. Honestly, when I first heard that, I was like, what? That's definitely a new one. And by new one, I mean new way of dying. And definitely not a good one. At all. And, sorry, one second. Before I continue with my eyeshadow, I need to put tape because I like doing those liners with eyeshadow. Hello, but during this summer, one moment, need to make sure these won't be lopsided. Okay, there we go. Yeah, but over the summer, I've been trying to do, like, the liquid liner, and honestly, liquid liner is just so irritating. But I've been trying to practice with the liquid liner this summer, and then once school starts, I just go in with shadow liner, because it's quicker and a lot easier, especially when you have tape. In fact, even yesterday, my mom asked, how do you get the liner so well? Well, she didn't actually say that. I mean, she's like, how do you do the liner? And I just said, one word, tape. Okay, I'm trying to make sure these are not lopsided. I have had the lopsided problem before, and it's not fun at all. If these end up being lopsided, do not tell me in the comments. So anyways, so I'm sure some people were probably thinking, how in the hell could she have gone on top of the water tank? She must have been murdered, or it must have been a strange form of suicide. Honestly, the answer to that question is that no one knows for sure, because I know definitely I don't know. No. So even though I'm taking the Coralista blush from Benefit, and I'm putting it on my blender brush. I know it's kind of weird that I'm using a blender brush to blend in a base color, but honestly, this is just an easier way to try blending your your shades on your eyelids if you're impatient and or just can't blend things out very well, is take a large, fluffy brush and then just apply your eyeshadow with it. Or like, you just put it on your eyes and it will look perfectly blended. So that's what I do and what not. So, I mean, if you can't already tell, it looks nice and blended. If it doesn't to you, then you're probably blind. I mean, no offense, I promise you. So now, even though Elisa's case was closed as an accidental drowning, which, honestly, I feel like that's just full-on bull. You know what I'm talking about. Not many people really believe that, because, honestly, I know I don't. I don't believe that for a split second, because literally, just, how could something like this happen? And to literally, an innocent female who, literally, how does this kind of stuff happen? I don't know. There are plenty of cold cases out there, and this one I consider to be a cold case, because, honestly, even though it is closed as an accidental drowning, it's still such a mystery. Right. And there are reasons, and some people have done paranormal investigations at the Cecil Hotel, trying to contact Elisa to get answers about what happened to her. And honestly, I have my theory, but at the end of the video, I'll tell you. But for now, we're just gonna get to the story. Right. But some people believe that she must have been murdered or she could have committed suicide. But honestly, no one knows. But the only people who really know is not only Elisa herself, but also, I'm going to feel bad for bringing him into this, the living Lord. Yeah, you heard me right. I brought God into this. Bad move on my own part. Bad effing move. Excuse me. So now, from one YouTuber that I watch, where she told the story while she was cooking fettuccine alfredo with fried chicken. So delicious. This woman, like I said, the green and black-haired female, I'm going to call her Hot Mama, because, man, is she such a hot mama. She said that in order to understand what happened to Elisa, you have to understand Hotel Cecil first. So if you don't mind me backtracking and just giving a brief history on the Cecil Hotel, let me just do so. But first, I just need to, try to blend some things in. Okay. Almost got eyeshadow on my face. Ladies and gentlemen, I am hella accident prone. Okay, don't judge. So, Elisa Lam, like I said, she was staying at the Cecil Hotel. If any of you don't know the Cecil Hotel, or have been hella living under a freaking rock, which, believe me, I have for years, just know that the Cecil Hotel is considered the most dangerous hotel in all of Los Angeles. And why would it be dangerous? Because, well, the hotel is located in downtown Los Angeles. Honestly, it doesn't sound so bad, but it's in the Skid Row district. Also, and that district is right next to LA County Jail. Yep, and that's the most dangerous spot in all of Los Angeles. In fact, people go missing on Skid Row every single day, and literally no one bats an eye or even notices by any means. Plenty of bad things happen in Skid Row. There are a bunch of just bad things that happen, like drugs, sex work, and even murder, too. Well, I'm less certain about the murder part. In fact, there's even many homeless people living on Skid Row. And honestly, I don't get sex work. I don't get it. I don't want to get it. But, that's life at the end of the day. So, before I talk more about, Skid Row and the amount of homeless people there and how that's even possible, let me give you a brief history on the Cecil Hotel. Hopefully it's brief. I don't know. In 1924, the Cecil Hotel opened to the public as a very glamorous hotel for the wealthy. I'm sure even Marilyn Monroe would probably live there, but what do I know? No, to be honest. So everything seemed to be all sunshine and rainbows for that hotel. But 5 years later, the Great Depression came to play, and the hotel became a hostel for the poor. In fact, plenty of deaths have taken place at that hotel. Hell, a lot. Because it is pretty old. Like I said, 1924. Literally a decade and a half ago before my grandparents were born. But I'm not talking about my grandparents, okay? I love them to death. Not gonna lie. So anyways... I don't even know what the hell I'm gonna say. I know, I'm a freaking imbecile. Okay, where's that other... Okay, there it is. Okay, so I'm gonna take a darker shade. I don't know what shade I'm gonna take. Jeez. And I'm gonna fill in, like, right at my crease. I went overboard over here above my crease, so I'm just gonna go right into my crease with 2 dark brown shades. I'm just gonna go right in here. I know it'll look pretty kooky looking, but you know, I'm gonna blend it out, and then after I'm done with this, I remove the tape and just continue with my makeup. Now anyways, back to the Skid Row. Oh, like, some homeless people would happen to be former prisoners from the jail that's a part of Skid Row. In fact, if some criminals would actually stay at the Cecil Hotel because the rates of the hotel were extremely low. Like, over a course of years, the hotel declined. I don't know why, to be honest. Well, probably because of the many deaths that occurred. But the hotel had full-time housing just so they can stay in business. Literally, people that get out of jail would stay at that hotel. That you can only imagine the kind of people that would actually stay at the hotel. Oh. People like Richard Ramirez. Yeah, you heard me right. Richard Ramirez. Crazy, right? But it's true. He was, if any of you don't know who he was known as the infamous Night Stalker. He killed about up to 15 people. I don't know if it was while he stayed at the hotel or not, but, I mean, some sources say that he killed 15, others say, like, even less than 15, but honestly, I just believe it was 15 people. Okay? That's all I'm gonna say. But then there's another one that I don't know much about, to be honest, but I have heard him from the Hot Mama's cooking video, Jack Underweger, and he was a man who basically killed 3 women while he stayed at the hotel. In his hotel room, he strangled them with their own bras. This is one things that I tell you why bras suck. They literally suck. I'm not kidding you. But anyways, the Cecil Hotel was basically a place for criminals to chillax, hopefully rebuild their lives, because if not, I would be pissed. It was because crime rates in the Skid Row area, they were so high that no one gave a flying fuck of who the hell you were or whatever the hell you did. Just as long as you paid your hotel fee, no one will ask questions. Because honestly, that's all they really cared about. Was if you pay your hotel fee, then you can stay, to be honest. No one gave a rat's ass. Yes. And anyways, the population of Skid Row was 8,000 known people. I know, I'm telling you, I'm just going to jump around a little bit because, honestly, I'm so bad at talking, and this is my first time on YouTube, okay? And by first time on YouTube, this is my first time filming an actual YouTube video on YouTube, okay? I've watched YouTube for years. It's okay, and it's messed me up in the best way ever. So anyways, the population of Skid Row would be 8,000 known people. And inmates that get out, and, I mean, if they don't end up going to the Cecil Hotel, if they don't have a halfway house, if none of the homeless shelters are open, and or if they just have nowhere to go at all, then they end up on the streets of Skid Row. And that's basically how the population is just, like, beyond sick. I'm not even kidding you. So many horrible and unspeakable things have happened at that hotel. Not just, and yes, I said, like, the plenty of deaths that occurred at the hotel. Like, people died from either suicides, drug overdoses, or even murder. Like, people who committed suicide would either ingest poison, slitting their throats, shooting themselves, and jumping off of the building. But this case that I am talking about is literally the strangest case of all. And honestly, it's also pretty sad. I'm sure you'll probably cry, so in case you're gonna cry, just get yourself some tissues. I honestly would have, but I forgot it. And also, I just couldn't find any. Okay, so anyways, that hotel is just very depressing. In fact, unless you have a death wish, don't go to that hotel. Okay, I don't want to make the hotel sound so bad. It's just the many things that I've heard about that hotel just sounded absolutely horrible, and I'm not going to get into any deaths because I am specifically here to talk about Elisa Lam. So anyways, oh wait, by the way, in 2009, the Cecil Hotel, it closed down, good, but it refurbished itself. The hotel was renamed Stay on Main. In other words, a brand new hotel with a clean slate. Literally. The Stay on Main room's got new paint job, decorations, even bedding. And they did it to get more business. And for people like Elisa Lam, it worked to a frickin' T. They made a brand new resort and basically, I guess, trying to wipe its identity. Because, I mean, that place probably just already had a bad reputation for the many deaths that have occurred. And honestly, no wonder. I guess I would probably do that too. But then again, if I owned a hotel and it was going bad, I probably would have done the same. But would I really? I don't know. No, I know I do plan to do big things in life, so we all have dreams that we should even be making into a reality. Don't let your dreams just be dreams, they say. Just do it. Anyways, so, quick intermission. Quick water emission. I know, I'm a freaky weirdo. Just don't judge, please. Anyway, so now that we're all caught up with the history of the hotel, let's get on to today's actual story. Let's get into the story of Elisa Lam. Now I'm gonna take this orange color right here. I don't know what it's called, to be honest. I'm just gonna call it like pumpkin or something, because it just looks like a pumpkin. And I'm gonna blend that above my crease and also into the dark shadow. I'm gonna try. I know I made it look a little wet because I sprayed some this e.l.f. setting spray on this little brush. I really like this brush. I like the brushes that I got for Christmas a year back. Okay, but anyways, so Elisa Lam. She was born in April 30th, 1991 in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. Because, like I said in the beginning, she is a 21-year-old Canadian. And honestly, I cannot memorize all those names when it comes to, like, states and whatnot. In fact, I can't even read maps very well. Well, but that's not the point. She had a sister. I don't know if her sister was older or younger. I would assume probably younger, but can't assume. Cannot assume. And both of the girl's parents, they were immigrants, I assume, from Canada. And fun fact, they happen to own a restaurant. I mean, they probably used to. I don't know where they are now. And I'm not going to be mentioning any of her family members' names because I don't want to get sued. I also don't have money. I'm literally a 21-year-old who attends... No, not 21. I will be 21, but I'm just a 20-year-old female male who still lives with her parents and attends college. That's it. That's it. So... Oh my god, what was I going to say? One moment. I couldn't find much about Elisa's early childhood, to be honest, and it's not just because I'm lazy, but also because the story is already getting pretty long, so... And I'm kind of unentertaining right now. I don't know. You probably have to tell me down below. Am I entertaining or not? I actually don't. So, yeah, but what I do know is that at some point in Elisa's life, she was diagnosed with depression and bipolar disorder. And if you don't know what bipolar disorder is, well, honestly, I can't say much about it, but all I can say is that it's basically a chemical imbalance. Just a chemical imbalance. And I guess just get a little, irritable? I don't know. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I really don't know. But all I know is that it's a chemical imbalance. And honestly, when I think of bipolar disorder, I think of Craig from Degrassi Next Generation. If no one's ever seen that show, I'd say good, because it is kind of depressing. I've seen episodes of it on YouTube throughout middle school and high school, so honestly, all I'm going to say is that if you have watched the show, comment below if you have. Okay, I'm going to go back into the dark brown shadow I used in my crease and enhance my crease a bit, or maybe a lot. I don't know, okay? Just making things up as I go. So, yeah, Elisa had been struggling with depression and bipolar disorder, and also she was, changing, and taking different medications, trying new medications out to try to get better. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie, if she was very dependent on, medication, believe me, my sister and I are both dependent on our medication to try to focus. Yes. Again, I keep things confidential, so if any of you want to know your name, good luck trying to find out, because you ain't gonna. Yes, I'm a freaking weirdo, like I said. Don't judge, please. Okay. Eyes look good. Just need to blend it out. I should be good. And, also... I'm sorry, I literally have to look back at my notebook, because I'm still bad at I'm bad at remembering things very well. Well, I'm just I feel like I'm like Bailey Sarian and Call Me Chris. I love those two, and also the hot mama I'm talking about. Okay, I'm just gonna full on say Mackenzie Marie. I'm just gonna call her, Mama. I'm actually gonna call her Mama because both her first two letters of both her first name and last name are M and A. So I'm just gonna call her Mama. Hot mama. So anyways, and also Elisa loved social media, and she also loved fashion. So she especially Tumblr. She would post on her Tumblr like it was a public diary. And I don't know if her Tumblr is still active. I guess it probably is. It probably isn't. Not gonna assume, you know. And on her Tumblr, she would post, a bunch of fashion pics. Because, I can relate to her. I love fashion, though I'll admit, it doesn't look like it is because this cover-up is pretty wrinkly. Don't judge, please. Okay. And, also, she would also post about her struggles with her depression and, bipolar disorder. Honestly, I'm not gonna blame her, because who does love social media? Social media can be a pain in the ass, but, that's life. Okay, if anyone heard a buzz, just know it's because of my notifications. Okay, don't judge. So, on her Tumblr, she would post a bunch of, not only just, words of her describing in words about her struggles, but also in, pictures. On her Tumblr, she would post about how she just felt lost in her life, and how she wanted something new, something exciting, wanted to get out of her bedroom, out of the slump that she was in, and just do something with her life. And that's basically why she took this trip to California. Honestly, I'm just glad that she just did it. Just do it. Don't let your dreams be dreams. I know, I'm a freaking idiot. Yeah, so now I'm gonna do the liner. I mostly do liner with eyeshadow, which I saw from Mama, one of Mama's videos on her channel. No, I'm telling you, I love that queen. So I'm gonna take, I don't know which color I should really do, to be honest. Or maybe I can do, well, first I'm just gonna spray this with just 1 spritz of setting spray, and just gonna let this dry. And, you know, while I let this dry, I'm actually gonna do my brow bone. So I'm gonna do this again, and then I'm probably gonna pop on, oh god, I don't know what the hell I'm doing, or actually, you know what, not gonna think, I'm just gonna do, I'm actually gonna pop on powdered sugar from my, one moment, my maple syrup pancakes palette. Mom got this for me for my 20th birthday, and I love it so much. Thank you, Mom. Shout out to you, Mama. What? So I'm going to take powdered sugar and just pop it on my brow bone. Oh, just need some more. Just need a little bit more. Oh, jeez. Did I mess up my... Okay. Yes, I'm going to use more highlighter when I go back to my face and whatnot. Okay, so just be patient, ladies and gentlemen. For anyone who's watching. Probably not a lot of people are going to be watching this video. But I don't know. You know what? Not going to jump to any conclusions. So, now on to Elisa's trip to California. So, Elisa, she took her trip around the West Coast on her own. She went to San Diego, went to Los Angeles. Well, she went to San Diego, first, went to, like, the San Diego Zoo. She even posted about going to the zoo on her Tumblr. I actually did not see that because I don't have Tumblr myself, but I really should have looked that up, to be honest. And, I mean, honestly, I respect her for just, like, posting the good stuff, because, you know what, I probably would do that too. The thing about social media is people just post what they want you to see. See, that's the thing. Okay, my eyeliner and eyeshadow might be kind of faint, so we're just not going to talk about that. So, yeah, so, and also, her parents were pretty concerned about her thinking of traveling on her own, so they told her to call them every day to update about the trip, and also let them know that that she was okay, and if things are going well or not. So, I might as well say that that's good parenting. So, I'm gonna take the tape off. Whoa, yeah. Hell yeah! Gonna throw these in the little trash bowl. Yes, I have a bowl of trash. Okay, don't judge, please. And this is looking pretty good. I'm gonna do my concealer, my contour, my liquid blush. Maybe also my liquid highlighter. Or actually, I heard this bit where if you put like chapstick on the place where you want to highlight, the highlight will pop even more. So, I mean, maybe I'll try that, but honestly, I already have a liquid highlighter, and it already pops as is, so maybe I'll try this another time. Now, anyways, so Elisa, she traveled by train to San Diego, and then she reached California, and she had plans to go to Santa Cruz. I've never been to Santa Cruz before. It sounds pretty cool. I mean, it must be cool. Cool. Hopefully it's not as, like, dangerous as La Bronx. I don't know. I just heard that the Bronx is a rough place. Probably as rough as the outside of Chicago. So, I mean, at least that's what I heard from a badass female contestant from season 8 of MasterChef. Okay. Good tip, don't use a lot of concealer. Always use, like, they say a little bit goes a long way. At least Chris and Dominique says that. Just use a little bit and then just, like, blend it out. Oh, and it actually works. Not to mention, you get to save a lot of your concealer. And right now I'm trying to do, and so far I'm actually just trying to do that because it's very rare that I ever go to Ulta. Especially when the Ulta at the mall that I go to closed and is now like a department store. And by department store, I just mean like retail or something. Where they have like nice clothing over there too. But anyway, so this is basically just a good way of just saving your foundation, not only your face from being cakey, but also saving up your product. So like I said, she reached California with plans to go to Santa Cruz, and she checked in to the Cecil Hotel like a couple days after she arrived in California, which is kind of pretty suspicious. Which is pretty suspicious. I mean, seriously. I mean, why would you check in like a day or like, which was like 48 hours. It was like 48 hours after she arrived in California. And that's just very, very weird. Because, I mean, like, once you arrive into a new place, you automatically just you right away have to find some place to live in or something. Or even, like, when you go on vacation or whatnot, you have to find a place to live. So for literally 48 hours, so that literally a 48-hour window of Elisa being in Los Angeles, but no one knows where she was at. No one knows if she could have found a stranger, was with a friend or something, stayed on someone's couch, or even a hotel down the block. I mean, this is such a strange case that you literally can't leave anything out. So for that 48 hours, like, no one's talking about it. Like, no one talked about it at all. Which, honestly, I think that maybe she probably was having, like, trouble trying to find her hotel, so, I don't know. But since she took the train, I assumed that she stayed in the subway with the rats. Okay, that was dumb of me to say. I'm gonna admit, that was dumb of me to say. That was dumb of me. Oh, God. Yes, I'm also gonna, like, do underneath where I do my contour, or, like, my liquid bronzer, because I ran out of the liquid contour that my sister gave me, that she actually used, and then she just gave it to me. So, I'm gonna do this. I love using the beauty sponge. At first, I would use, like, a foundation brush that I got when I was visiting my sister over spring break this past year. And I love this brush. And then, my sister actually got me some more, beauty blenders. And herself, too. She gave us, like, it was a pack which had 4 of these and then 2 of these. We each took 1 of these and 2 of these. So, I still thank you, Caitlin. So, Caitlin, I still thank you for getting... oh no. I just brought up her name. I'm sorry. Sis, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. You can come fly out of here from wherever you lived and kill me. I know. I'm so bad at talking. Okay, but anyway, so... I'm weird, okay? So anyways... So, like, why is no one talking about where the hell Elisa was staying at? The world may never know. Only Elisa and God knows. Yes, I brought God back into this again. Oh boy, and oh jeez, where is that liquid contour? No, not liquid contour. It's a stick contour, so it's cream and it's not really liquid. Just one moment. Ah, there it is. I'm using the Milk, the Milk Stick Bronzer from Sephora in the shade, or wait, no, it's the Sculpt Stick in the shade Stoked. Yeah, well, you can't see it because it literally says it right here, but anyways, so after when Elisa finally checks in to the Cecil Hotel, one moment. Elisa originally stayed in a shared room with 2 other girls, and the room, like all the rooms in the hotel, they were kind of small, so if it was a shared room, they would have like bunk beds. Which honestly, that's a nice way of saving room, to be honest. I am not gonna lie. And I'm just gonna contour my nose. And I look kind of funny. And I'm also gonna contour my jawline. I'm gonna like try to. So I just do like little swatches right over here, and then I do like dots, like light colored dots. Light. Oh my god, this is so annoying. Alright, there we go. So, like I said, Elisa shared a room with 2 other girls, but Elisa, she ended up getting switched into her own private room because while she stayed in that room with 2 other girls, and I'm sorry, I feel kind of weird because it's probably the heat from the light. Yeah. Because Elisa was displaying very odd behavior. When any of the girls left, Elisa, she would leave a bunch of, like, notes behind. They were, like, not the kind of notes. Think of it like a bully in school saying, go home or something. Like, that's one of the notes that Elisa would leave to the girls. They would say, like, go home, go away, I don't want you here, or probably, like, no one wants you here, and that's just rude. But what really done it, honestly, for those girls, like, it was literally the last straw, was at one point Elisa locked the door on one of them, or probably both of them, but I'm just gonna say one of the girls, and wouldn't let her back in unless, well, Elisa would be like, you can't come in unless you gave me the password. And honestly, that was the last straw for those girls, so they told the front desk about it, and Elisa was moved into her own private room. So honestly, the girls were happy. They were free from that weird frickin' nut job. Okay, I feel bad for saying that about Elisa. Elisa, I'm sorry. Yeah, but so Elisa seemed to already have been kind of, I guess, what Kelsey Davies would say, manic or something. She was, I don't know, either off her medication or having a psychotic break or something. Whatever was happening with Elisa, of course something was wrong. And then there was also, sorry, 1 second, I need to turn page. There was also another instance, which I didn't really know much about other than the roommate situation, was that at one point during her stay, Elisa went to a live taping of one of those, I think, old-time late-night shows, which I never really watched, to be honest, because those aren't really that interesting to me. And I guess, like, she was sitting in the audience, and I guess she was being kind of disruptive, really disruptive, so she was kicked out of the live viewing and wasn't let back in after that. So yeah, she seemed to have already been going a little nuts for whatever reason. No one knows if she was, like, off her meds or if she was having a psychotic break. All we really know is that something was definitely wrong. And we can't figure it out now. But I know I want to. Maybe I will someday. I will, someday. For now on, that's just a dream that can't be made into reality. A reality. Quite yet. And now, so also, quick disclaimer, on the last day that Elisa was alive, she went to a very popular bookstore in LA. It's called The Last Bookstore, and over there she was finding, like, souvenirs for her family and also friends, so therefore she didn't really have any intentions on passing away. So she buys a couple things. She looks at records, even books. Honestly, I'm in it for the books, to be honest. Because the books are, I would say they're my kryptonite, but honestly, my real kryptonite is my phone. Yeah, not that good, but you know what? It's life, so. Yeah, so I'm putting on some liquid blush that I made. I literally bought these chapsticks because they were cherry, and I thought they'd be, like, tinted or whatnot, but literally after I ripped into the packaging and opened it, they were clear. They were freaking, like, white or something, and I was pretty pissed. But you know what? I did the best that I could. Good. And honestly, these, like, melt quick. These things that I made, they melt quickly, so I actually just put them in a container and put them in my fridge. Well, the Helm fridge. I'm gonna say, it's not my fridge exactly. That's not all I'm gonna say. So yeah, I'm gonna put this all over, and then I'm even gonna put it on some apple of my cheeks, and then I even, like, put this on my forehead. I don't know why, I just like it. Like, my sister once did this to me when we were on vacation together as an actual family. It was before I started my sophomore year of college, which is now over. I will now be a junior, but that's all a different story. And he did this, and I looked, oh my god, I had, like, color. Yeah, because I did my makeup differently from her, but it's because of her, well, somewhat because of her, not gonna lie, that I now do my makeup differently, and it looks a lot better than it did before. But other than how I did my makeup, so Elisa, like, buys a bunch of things, and that even when the police were talking, we'll get to that. And then at one point, when she was going back to her apartment, she meets up with two guys who were from the last bookstore. She asked them to help carry their things back to her hotel because she thought it would be too heavy to bring back on her own. And a fun fact about Elisa, she was a small woman. Like, she was a small and extra small in all of her clothing. Except for basketball shorts that she had, which we'll get to. So, other than that, the guys, they just helped her. They helped her bring a box of stuff back to her hotel, and then they went on their way. I'd say suspect number one, but I guess I'd say the true suspect number one in this case was the store owner. Which I'll get to in just a minute. So, like I said about her parents, they were worried about Elisa traveling alone, so therefore Elisa had to call them every day to update about her trip. So once the 31st rolled around, and she did not end up calling them, so they were like, this is not like our daughter at all. We gotta call the police. In fact, when the day came for her to go to Santa Cruz, she never left. Especially because all of her belongings were left in her room. Everything she brought with her, except for her cell phone. Which, honestly, a true fact is that every 21-year-old is always going to have her cell phone. Well, I'll get to that later. I don't know why I just said that now. Oh my god, I'm such a confusing human being. So, anyways, so like I said, her parents called the police, and they even flew out to LA, to help in the investigation of finding Elisa. So, they contacted LA County Police, and they flew out to LA to help in finding their daughter. Okay, so I'm gonna use, my powder bronzer shade from this, little palette that I also got when I was visiting my sister wherever she lives. And honestly, I like it. I love this palette, to be honest. It has everything I need. So I'm going to put this on my lash line, my somewhat lash line. And just to try to connect the top and the bottom together. And I'm also going to put in that orange shade from my colorful e.l.f. palette. Don't know if it'll go well, but don't know if it'll blend well or something, or if it's going to look funny. But honestly, I could not care less, because I try to do what makes me happy. And it helps my well-being. Alrighty, so those look good. Good. So now, I don't know what the hell I'm doing right now. So the police, when they first hear about this case, they start looking through the entire hotel, top to bottom, and they find absolutely nothing. They did find that all of her belongings were left in her room. One thing being her glasses, which is just strange because she needed those glasses to see. Also, her computer, and I assume probably the box of souvenirs that she got. Literally everything that Elisa brought with her, minus her cell phone, like I said. In fact, they even started talking to people who last seen Elisa before she disappeared. And one of them, being a good help, was the owner of the last bookstore. She said, she was, almost the cashier for Elisa. So, and she was good help. When Elisa went to buy souvenirs, she found her, so, okay, so, I'm gonna put on some Lash Sensational by Maybelline New York. I just blow on the mascara wand to try to dry it off a little bit, or try to let it dry. Okay, so I'm gonna do my mascara. I know I'm not talking. Alright, and then I just use a little spoolie, and I just comb through my eyelashes to get rid of the clumps and whatnot, and I also use it on my lower lash line to give some kind of some mascara on my bottom lash lines, rather than actually using the wand with loads of the mascara, so that hopefully by 3 p.m. I won't end up having raccoon eyes. Yeah, so there my eye look is. Oh wait, almost forgot one thing. Actually gonna put a gold shadow from my colorful e.l.f. palette onto my eyelid. And it might not bling so much, but you know what? That's just life. So, oh jeez. I got mascara on my finger. Oh god. So just give me a brief moment, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, there we go, and I'm telling you, it's so hot in here. Eyes are looking pretty good. So my eye look is done. I just need to do the rest of my face. So now an entire week goes by, and the police are having absolutely no luck with this case. Okay, so they're not finding anything. They're not getting a single lead on anything. And they even checked the elevator surveillance, because that's which is where Elisa was last seen alive, was in the elevator surveillance footage. But before that, they put up flyers with her picture all over the downtown LA, and they even posted it online, and plenty of people, in fact, many people, that this case actually got a lot of media attention. Like, once the LA footage was actually released to the public, that at least people are concerned, and they want to try to help, I guess. And so in this elevator surveillance footage, it's like beyond weird. Like, she ends up just acting so weird. So, like, when you walk, like, you'll see she'll first walk into the elevator and she'll already have no glasses on. So for her to leave her room without her glasses, that's beyond weird. So weird. So she clicks, like, the buttons in the middle column, and one of the buttons that she presses is the hold door button. So she presses that, the elevators stay open, and she, like, gets up along the corner of the elevator, and she even does the thing where she just, like, opens up her legs and then just puts them back together, and then she even walks out of the elevator, and she's doing some weird things with her hands, which it looks like she's talking to someone, but no one knows what exactly was going on. So, and then when she walks back into the elevator, she just looks frustrated and starts clicking all of the buttons. And then, in fact, she even starts doing this in front of the elevator door. Or 1 second. Sorry, keep stopping, and I'm just doing nothing right now. Yeah, but, Lisa just starts doing this in front of the elevator door, which, honestly, it literally reminds me of parts of the Wednesday Addams dance. Like, if any of you have seen that TV series Wednesday, I'm telling you, it was so honestly, that dance is so awesome. It's like kooky. It's kooky, but it's funny. Well, not really funny. It's Wednesday Addams, so she's always obviously gonna be kooky. So now I'm gonna, like, set my face, and I'm gonna use my e.l.f. translucent powder, of course in a light shade, because, like I said, I am a fair female. Gonna, like, somewhat bake my face, well, because I don't put, like, a lot of powder on it. At least now I'm trying not to, because otherwise I'll get, like, streaks on my face. So, one moment. Okay, I got too much. So, one moment. Gonna... during the video, she just does a bunch of weird things with her hands. She just comes out of the elevator, goes back in the elevator, clicks random buttons, opens and closes her legs. Yeah, she's doing a bunch of weird things. And honestly, it's also weird not just because of her strange behavior, but also because the video surveillance footage is, like, really kind of blurry, and to the point where you just can't really tell what the hell is going on. Because believe me, I know I cannot. I could not tell what the hell was going on. So, like, and honestly, she does this in front of the door, and I guess she's just being like, why isn't the door closing? Hello? Is the elevator broken or something? But little did she know was that she hit the hold door button, and she did not have her glasses on. So, I mean, she couldn't quite tell what that was. So, just gonna leave this to bake for now, and then I'm just gonna dust the rest of it on my face. The powder on my face. It's in my lip right now. Okay, so yeah, so far making good time. I thought I was gonna be like worse today, like I was yesterday when I first tried to film, but failed miserably. So yeah, so far doing good. Now next page, another water break. I swear I'm like close to peeing myself, but I'm just glad that my bladder isn't that weak. Oh my god, why am I so annoying? Sorry. Anyways, so the footage is just beyond weird. No one knows what the hell was going on, and so the police released the footage to the public, and they got many leads, but unfortunately none of them went anywhere. It's just so sad. So annoying. I'm not even kidding you. The video, it went viral as hell. And people even gave rise to various explanations on what was going on and why she was probably acting the way she was. I mean, they say things happen for a reason. And I mean, this is not like any of those random TV shows or movies where something random is just happening and it's all because of like such fiction, like full-on fiction. Like things like science fiction. And this is not science fiction. This is reality, people. Literally reality. So, honestly, there had to be some logical explanation on what was happening and why it was happening. Like, so some people think that it was from the, like, paranormal activity because, which, honestly, I can believe that because the hotel is haunted. The hotel is pretty haunted. I have seen paranormal investigations on YouTube of people who went to the Cecil Hotel. And not just to try to get answers on what happened to Elisa, but also probably to just, like, investigate some other rooms, like even the room that Richard Ramirez stayed in when he was here on this earth, which, honestly, in fact, he died from cancer while he was on death row, so he pretty much died before his execution date. That's it. And also, if you want me to talk about Richard Ramirez, comment below. Comment below what story you want to hear me cover next. Honestly, I'm thinking of covering the Lizzie Borden case. Not gonna lie. And maybe even the case of Nicole Brown Simpson and O.J. Simpson. But other than that, so like I said, some people believe the hotel that it was because of paranormal activity and like she was probably like talking to a spirit in the elevator footage. Like talking to someone who's not actually there, because I can believe that someone wasn't actually there and she was like talking to one of the ghosts. I can definitely believe that. The hotel is pretty old. Plenty of deaths have happened there. I'm sure most of those spirits are probably not at peace at all. But others believe that Elisa was being threatened, and which honestly I kind of don't believe that, because at one point during the video when her mouth is edited and pixelized, you can tell that you can pretty much tell that she was smiling at one point. No one knows. Or she was probably having a psychotic break due to her bipolar disorder, or the video was tampered with. I don't believe that that's true. It's just because the hotel is so old. I think some of their surveillance footage was pretty old and wasn't working right anymore. And that's why it was all so blurry and whatnot. And I think that the list just goes on. That's all I'm really gonna say. So now I think I'm just gonna wipe some of this off. Now, this is how I think I should be doing my makeup from now on. Don't use a bunch of translucent powder when you bake your face. Now I'm just gonna lightly dust the rest of my face. Yes, and I'm telling you, powders, loose powders, will make a huge mess. So, I even dust my neck because I did put those creams and liquids on my neck, so they have to be set in place. So 1 moment. Okay, now I am, oh jeez, nope, almost opened that up again. Now I'm done with the powder. Now I'm going to go into my powder contour, blush, and even the highlight, but first I need to put on some liquid highlight. So now, so 20 days later, so like basically 20 days later after Elisa's disappearance, guests of the hotel, they start complaining of really low water pressure. And the water looked pretty murky. It looked like seawater, but it was like the color of actual shit. Like it was liquid shit. I don't believe it was liquid shit. It was just, if it was, that would have been so concerning. Like, not like when you have diarrhea, just more like if it was like full on liquid or something. But anyways, like the water, it tasted funny, and it was also coming out of a lot of the faucets brown. Literally murky ground. Like, less murky than the seawater at, like, the beach or whatnot. Or at least the beach that I used to go to, until it got so murky to the point where you can't even swim in it so much. So, like, in the faucets and in the sink of the hotel rooms, the water would just come out brown, it wouldn't come out so good, and it would always taste funny. I guess, I hope people weren't drinking this water so much, to be honest. So yeah, guests were complaining about it. Like, they would, brush their teeth and shower in this water. And so, maintenance had to go up to the roof to find out why this is happening, and when the maintenance man or woman, because I mean, anything a man can do, a woman can do too, if not better. When they got up to one of the water tanks, they had absolutely no idea what they got. No idea what the hell they're in. You know, what they were looking into. When they found them, they found Elisa's dead, naked, unresponding body floating in the water tank. Literally. That's what they literally saw it. And honestly, one source actually said that some of her belongings were floating in the water tank with her. I don't believe that's true. But what I do know is that some of her belongings, or like all of her belongings she had like at the water tank, were left at the bottom of the water tank. That included not only her clothing, but also her room key and watch. Maybe a Rolex. Were Rolexes a thing back then, like they still are today? I don't know. No, and so now I'm just gonna do my bronzer. So wait 1 second. Honestly, I couldn't imagine. I couldn't imagine someone just end up opening up a freaking water tank and discovering a dead, naked body just floating in the water. Honestly, dead bodies floating in the water, that's one of the reasons I barely swim in my own pool. Especially when I'm alone, at least, which is like almost every day during summer. And that's never good. But honestly, I can just imagine that whoever just discovered her, they were probably like scarred for life. I know I would be. Believe me. 1 second. So Elisa's body was basically like removed with a lot of help from firefighters and was taken into, I don't know, a lab, or actually a place before you bury a body, like, not a funeral home, but probably just to get tested to see what really happened and how this happened. happened. So an autopsy was done on Elisa, and for one thing is that there was no signs of a struggle on her body, and by struggle I mean she didn't have like wounds on her body by any means, so she couldn't have been like assaulted or abused at all. Also, she even had like a, I probably should get to that, but say like we'll get to it, but she even had a, rape kit done on her, but if you look through records, that rape kit wasn't like processed, it wasn't like fully done on her. That just made me think like, even people in the 2010s, not just like early 2000s or whatnot, but like in the Victorian era, people did not know what the hell they were doing. I mean, in the Victorian era, definitely. But I didn't know that would be the case in either the 2010s to 2000s to 2010s. I'm telling you, this is society. This is one why society sucks. So anyways, so one second. I'm sorry. So some of her belongings that she had, like, when she was in the water tank, they were left at the bottom of the water tank, including, her clothing, hotel room key, watch, but not her cell phone. It's not like she could have mysteriously lost it. Maybe she did, and that's why she was, like, all irritable or whatnot, and, like, maybe having some kind of psychotic break. I don't know. Okay, I really, really don't. I'm gonna spray some setting spray on my little, fluffy brush. I used to use this brush to, like, blend in on my eyeshadow and even on my brow bone. I still use it on my brow bone, but now I just use it to apply my highlight to my cheeks and my nose and cubist bow and whatnot. I'm just gonna let it dry really quick. So yeah, it's pretty common that a 21-year-old is always going to have their cell phone, and unfortunately, Elisa's was never found, not at the bottom of the water tank, not with her belongings in her room. She couldn't have lost it, or maybe she did. I can't say it for sure. So, yeah, honestly, if I ever lost my cell phone, I would be freaking devastated. It's my kryptonite. It's my kryptonite for a reason. Because right now I'm just using it to film this video, and I'm not even good at editing. I mean, I'm trying my best to edit this video. Yeah, so like I said, her autopsy reports were pretty inconclusive. No one could find out what exactly happened to her other than the drowning. So, but also the examiners found that she had her prescription medication in her system, along with ibuprofen and also alcohol. Because, I mean, she's 21, so she's allowed to drink alcohol. Also, I'm just going to put highlighter on my cheekbones, right near my eyebrows. I know my pores are pretty accentuated, so we're not going to talk about that. So, one moment, she had all of that in her system, but apparently she was floating in that water tank for literally 20 days before anyone found her. So she didn't have much blood to see much of the, like, levels she had of any of them. They also didn't find any weird drugs in her system, other than those things that I literally just said. Her prescription meds, alcohol, and ibuprofen. Yeah, so she wasn't on, like, any crazy drug. Or maybe she was, but it was just, like, a little dose. Because like I said earlier, when I did my concealer, a little goes a long way. So maybe just a little bit of some deadly drug did this. I don't know. But honestly, when her room was searched, I guess the police, they found her prescription medication, and they saw that like, she had more medication in there than she should have had. But that can't mean anything. That shouldn't mean anything or something. It's not like she was off her medication, because she took her medication. The examiners found it. That honestly, it's like, I know Mama said that probably Elisa doesn't drink much alcohol and was a little pretty tipsy. I mean, I can't say that for sure, but honestly, everyone does a bunch of kooky things when they're drunk. You can even pee in a bush. At least Mama said that in her cooking and true crime talking about video. Yeah, so, but anyways, after multiple tests were done, Elisa's case was closed as an accidental drowning. Which honestly, still to this day, it's still technically a cold case, and no one knows what the hell happened, and why this happened. I am gonna do my, a heart on my cheek, which I actually did this throughout, my sophomore year, and I love it so much, and I figured, might as well do it for you guys today. I know it's a very big heart, but honestly, they say go big or go home. That's it. I'm, like, very proud of this heart, to be honest. Alright, then I'm going to use this on my lips after, but first I just need to set this with, pink shadow. And do Flapjack from my pancake palette. One moment. And I use these little applicators, because they actually fit in the heart shape very well. Oh yeah, I grabbed a lot, so it's going to be a little darker today, so... I'm proud of this heart. Okay, so yeah. And honestly, I would rather just bash my head up against the wall and die automatically from a bad case of head trauma than accept the fact that this case was closed as an accidental drowning. But I'm not suicidal. I would not do that. I mean, technically I would if I was, but I'm not suicidal. I never will be. Who knows? No, so, yeah. Yes. And honestly, for Elisa to have drowned in literally a freaking water tank on the very top of a 15th floor building, it would have taken a whole lot. That's really why the majority of the population who has heard of this case thinks that she was murdered. Honestly, I feel like she might have been murdered. But not in the typical murderish way, but definitely not in the way of the Black Dahlia, because that was much worse. The Black Dahlia. And that's a cold case, too. I mean, I can do a whole video on it, if you guys want. I mean, if you guys want me to, I can do a whole video on the Black Dahlia. I don't mind. So anyways, this case, it raised numerous questions as to how she got up onto the locked roof, because, her room was on the 5th floor of the hotel, and the water tanks were above the 15th floor. So, Elisa would have gone up, 10 to, 14 stories, taken a separate stairs to the roof, which, mind you, the access door to the roof, I've never been to the Cecil Hotel, I don't plan on it. The access door to the roof is always locked, and if it's open, it sounds an alarm. And it was said that night of her disappearance that the alarm was never triggered and it never went off. Honestly, I don't know if, because the hotel is very old, that the alarm was broken. But honestly, I don't know. I assume that it was probably broken, but I can't assume. So, honestly, she had to have taken another way, and had probably put in the work to get up there. There. 1 second, need the elastic. Perfect! Yeah, so, anyways, so she could have taken, so she had to find a different way to get on top of the roof. roof. She could have gone up from the elevator to the 15th floor, which, honestly, the video of the surveillance footage where she was acting all cuckoo was on the 14th floor. So she would have gone up another flight of stairs, climbed out of a window, and taken a frickin' fire escape, which is located on the outside of the building. So she would have... So, therefore, she would have to climb up a very tall and exposed ladder on the outside of a 15th floor building. Dang. And honestly, let's say, and I don't know, maybe she did. Maybe that's exactly what she did. And whatnot, and not. Sorry, one moment, I need to spray my face. I know, there's a little ball in these e.l.f. Setting sprays, and it's pretty annoying, but... And also, I learned that you can't spray a whole lot, it'll make your face look more cakey, so I'm just gonna do, like, a few distant sprays. Screw it. Just want my face to last, for God's sake. Yeah, so let's say that she did get on top of the roof. Then she would have to climb another ladder, get on top of one of the water tanks, open up a frickin' 20-pound concrete lid, and somehow shimmy herself inside. Because honestly, the hole in the water tanks are kind of small. And a fun fact about her, she's a size small and extra small in her basketball shorts. Like I said earlier. Yeah, so she wore a pair of men's size medium basketball shorts. If you look in the elevator footage, you can see that she's actually wearing those. Why is it she would wear them when she's like the size of an atom? I don't know. She probably just likes being comfortable. And I mean, in fact, a fun fact, a way to like hide any of your problem areas of your body is to buy clothes that are larger than your actual size. So that way, you can probably be more confident and hide those embarrassing little areas that you have in your body. Believe me, I would do that. I would totally do that. So, yeah. So, it's just weird. But honestly, we all do. I mean, we all have our own style and whatnot, so who's gonna judge? So, not gonna judge. But anyways, after Elisa's death, her Tumblr was updated. Whether it was through, like, Tumblr's queue, or even through the theft of her phone, or through the theft of her phone, which remained absolutely unknown what happened to her phone, to be honest. And, even guests who stayed at the hotel, they sued over this incident. And Elisa's parents even filed a separate wrongful death suit. They were even seeking unspecified damages and burial costs. The latter suit, I don't know what the hell that is, was later dismissed. I don't know what the hell the latter suit is and why it was dismissed. I don't know law. I barely even know criminology. I just know my true crime, okay? Hey. Yeah, so this case drew a whole lot of attention in popular culture. I wouldn't say, like, is there a difference between popular or pop culture or something? I don't know. But it was probably, like, in pop culture, like the case of the Menendez brothers. If you want me to talk about them next to, comment below. But honestly, they would not probably watch this unless they were dead. Okay, I can't say stuff for sure. But anyway, so, like I said, this case drew a lot of attention in pop culture, and especially with the circumstance of Elisa's death, was bearing an unusual resemblance with the 2002 horror movie Dark Water. I've never heard of that movie, nor have I even watched it. I wonder where I can watch it. If any of you have seen Dark Water, comment below if you have. But anyways, it's just so sad that this happened. And it's even worse because justice just hasn't been served at all. Just like it hasn't been served with the Black Dahlia, with the case of Andrew and Abby Borden's axe massacre, not with any of those painful cold cases. Like, It's just so sad. I have absolutely no words to describe how just absolutely upset and just pissed that I am. This is one reason why I say, like, there are times where just America sucks. Okay, I hope the president's not watching. Oh, God. It's just, I don't think, Elisa didn't deserve this. Honestly, no one deserves whatever happens to them. That's just horrible. Unless they've made bad choices and whatnot. I mean, she probably should have had a friend. Honestly, I feel like she should have just had, like, a friend with her. And personally, I don't think Elisa was just planning to die. I mean, no one plans to die unless you're suicidal. Well, it's just, all of this just happened out the blue. Like, if someone just getting you from behind. It's just so sad. It's just horrible. Just no words. No words at all. This is one of the reasons why, at times, I just hate life so much. And Elisa's parents just have to live with this for the rest of their lives. I don't know what I would do if I ever lost my sister in that kind of way, and justice just hasn't been served at all. It's so sad that this happened, but I mean, at least there were people out there who actually cared. And not just for, like, publicity. Or if I'm even saying anything right today. I'm never saying anything right. That's all I'm gonna say. But anyways, here is the finished makeup look for today. I hope you guys like it. I'm sorry if it doesn't look like I am looking you guys in the camera, because I don't know where the hell I'm supposed to look. But yeah, this is the look. And also this is the little habitat that I did it in. If you want to look, this is where I did my makeup. Yep, those are my notes right there. So, you guys, let me know what you thought of this video, and comment below what story you want me to cover next. If you want me to cover any story, comment below. And also, all of you, just stay beautiful, stay humble, and also, in the words of Charisma Star TV, shine like stars. Bye!